Does your day ever feel like a blur? You're jumping from task to task, putting out fires, but when you finally clock out, you feel like you didn't accomplish anything that truly matters. Your to-do list just sits there, staring back, a source of constant low-grade anxiety. You know what you need to do, but you have no earthly idea when you'll get it done. Well, what if I told you the free tool you probably already have open in another tab could fix all of that? In this video, I'm showing you step by step how to use Google Calendar to transform that daily chaos into focus and calm. My entire life runs on Google Calendar, and it has been the single biggest game changer for my productivity. By the end of this, your calendar won't just be a place where meetings go to die, it'll be your master plan for living intentionally. So, what is time blocking really? It's simple. Instead of working off a random to-do list, you give every single task a specific home on your calendar. Each task gets a start time and an end time. Suddenly, they aren't just vague ideas floating in the ether, they're concrete appointments you have with yourself. And here's why it's pure magic. Time blocking forces you to be honest. There are only 24 hours in a day, and seeing it all laid out makes that limit real. If something doesn't fit, you can't just ignore it. You have to make a conscious choice about your priorities. This one simple shift solves the biggest productivity drain, deciding what to do next. When your day is planned, the calendar has the answer. It frees up your brain power to focus on the actual work, kills your multitasking habit, and gives you a clear roadmap, which is a massive cure for stress and anxiety. Okay, time to get this set up. The beauty of this system is how simple it is to start. First things first, head over to calendar.google.com. You're probably already there. Now, before you click a single thing, the most important step happens away from the screen. Grab a notebook or open a Notes app and just brain dump everything you need to get done. Be ruthless and be honest about how long you think each task will take. Pro tip, whatever your estimate is, try multiplying it by 1.5. This buffer is your best friend against unexpected hiccups. Got your list? Great. Now we build. To create your first time block, just click and drag on the calendar over the time you want to reserve. In the box that pops up, give it a clear title. Don't just write work. Write Deep Work Draft Q1 Report. Specificity is your secret weapon. Set the start and end times based on your estimate. Don't stress about getting it perfect, just get the block on the board. We'll fine-tune it later. The best part is, this syncs across your computer, phone, and tablet, so your plan is always in your pocket. Once you're comfortable making blocks, it's time to unlock the features that make this system sing. First up, color coding. This is non-negotiable for understanding your week at a glance. You can give every event its own color to create categories. For example, maybe deep work is blue, meetings are red, personal time is green, and breaks are yellow. Just right-click on an event and pick a color. This visual feedback loop instantly shows you where your time is really going. For even more control, you can create separate calendars, like work and personal, and give them different default colors. Next, you have to embrace recurring events. So many of our tasks are routines: checking email, hitting the gym, planning the week. Instead of dragging and dropping these every single time, put them on autopilot. When you create an event, click the Does Not Repeat dropdown and set it to repeat daily, weekly, or on a custom schedule. A fantastic place to start is by blocking out your morning and evening routines. They become the stable pillars your entire day is built around. Finally, use notifications strategically. You can set a reminder for 10 or 15 minutes before a block starts. Think of this as your personal assistant, tapping you on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, time to wrap up and switch gears." It's perfect for making sure you're prepped for a meeting or for reminding you to actually take that break you scheduled. All right, you've got the mechanics. Now let's talk strategy. This is how we go from just scheduling tasks to actually designing a highly effective day. First is task batching. This just means grouping similar small tasks into one dedicated time block. Instead of letting your email inbox run your life, create 1 or 2 30-minute email and comms blocks per day. This is how you defeat context switching, which is absolute kryptonite for focus. Research shows it can take over 20 minutes to get your focus back after an interruption. By batching, you stay in one mental mode, which leads to deeper, higher quality work. Second, schedule according to your energy. Not all hours are equally created. Are you a creative genius in the morning? That's when you schedule your most important deep work. Do you hit that 2 p.m. slump? That's the perfect time for boring admin, organizing files, or answering messages. Listen to your body's natural rhythm and build your schedule around it. The best part of Google Calendar is you can just drag and drop blocks to experiment as you learn your own patterns. Third, and I can't stress this enough, you must schedule breaks. A common rookie mistake is to build a perfect back-to-back schedule. That plan is brittle. It shatters the second one thing runs 5 minutes over. Build in buffers. Even 15 minutes between blocks to grab water, stretch your legs, or just breathe is a game changer. A solid rule of thumb is to only schedule about 80% of your day, leaving that 20% of white space for the inevitable fires and opportunities that life throws at you. Okay, now I want to hear from you. What's the number one thing that torpedoes your daily plan? Is it distractions, other people's emergencies, or just trouble sticking to the schedule? Drop it in the comments below. I read and reply to as many as I can. The biggest fear people have about time blocking is that it's too rigid. My day is too unpredictable for this. I get it, but that view completely misunderstands the point. The goal isn't to forge an unbreakable schedule you must obey. The goal is to have a plan to adapt from. Here's the secret. Your time-blocked calendar is not set in stone. It's a living, breathing document. When a meeting runs long or a task is trickier than you thought, you don't throw your hands up and declare the day a loss. You just drag, drop, and adjust. An urgent task pops up? Fine, drag tomorrow's less important block into its place. A meeting ends early? Awesome, pull your next task forward and start now. Rescheduling a block isn't a failure. It's you making a conscious, intentional decision about your time. That is infinitely better than having one interruption completely derail your day because you had no plan to return to. Remember, the goal here is progress, not perfection. A plan you follow 80% of the time is way better than a perfect plan you abandon at the first sign of trouble. Now, if your schedule is truly dynamic, manually dragging and dropping blocks can start to feel like a job in itself. This is where a new wave of AI-powered tools can supercharge your calendar. Tools like Reclaim.ai and FlowSavvy are designed to automate the tedious parts of time blocking. You connect them to your Google Calendar, feed them your task list and priorities, and their algorithms find the best open slots for everything. But the real magic is how they handle conflicts. If a coworker books a meeting right over your scheduled draft report time, Reclaim will automatically find a new home for that focus block later in the week, making sure it still gets done without you lifting a finger. These tools are brilliant for defending your focus time and automatically adapting your schedule to the chaos of the modern workday. Most have free plans, so they're definitely worth checking out once you have the manual basics down. As you get started, try to sidestep a few common traps. The biggest one is overscheduling. Don't try to plan every single minute, especially at first. Remember that 80% rule and leave white space in your calendar. It's your safety net. Another mistake is being too vague. A block that says work on project is useless. Draft introduction for Project Phoenix is powerful. Be specific. Also, start small. Don't try to go from 0 to a perfectly blocked out week overnight. Just start by blocking your 3 most important tasks for tomorrow and your lunch break. That's it. Build the habit slowly. And the most important practice of all, the weekly review. Block out 30 minutes every Friday or Sunday to look back at the week and plan the week ahead. What worked? What didn't? Adjust your routines and set your main priorities for the next 7 days. This simple meeting with yourself is what makes the whole system sustainable. Shifting your mindset to see Google Calendar as an active planning tool is one of the highest leverage changes you can possibly make. It turns your day from a series of reactive firefights into an intentional, focused workflow. You stop wondering where your time went and start telling it exactly where to go. By starting simple, layering in techniques like color coding and recurring events, and always embracing flexibility, you can turn this free tool into a system that crushes stress and helps you make real, consistent progress on the things that actually matter. If this guide was helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe for more nonsense guides on productivity. Thank you for watching, and now go reclaim your time.